Right. Oh, this is interesting. This outside Parliament. Oh, it is. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's over £1 billion. Huh? £1 billion being spent on this building in renovation. In a time of austerity, in a time when our savings are 0.5%, that's nothing. But you can bet your bottom dollar that these buggers in here have got a better interest savings rate for their money somewhere else. They know exactly where to stash their money to get the best interest rate. And whilst we're at it, isn't it strange that we can get 0.5% on our savings? I mean, 0.5 penny per pound. It's crazy. Wicked, in fact. And yet, take a loan out. Or put something on a credit card that you've not paid for. Okay, and you come to pay the amount at the end of the month. What's the interest rate? What's the interest rate going on? 0.5%? Boy, if it were 0.5%, I'd go flying out. Hey! But anyhow, this here is about Russia accused of trying to steal UK coronavirus vaccine research. Okay. When I saw this, immediately, because I know a great deal about Russia, that this was a lie. Absolute total fabrication. Fake piggy news. Now, I've not seen this footage here that's going to be aired. I've only just come back out of work, home, sitting in the office, and just uploaded this onto him. Now, let's have a look.
Briefings from the government about Russian cyber activity today, and you have to say they have different weight, and you then wonder maybe there are different motives in publishing the two of them. One of them is a pretty chunky document from the National Cyber Security Centre. It's got all sorts of bits of information which could help institutions, pharmaceutical institutions, academic institutions who are looking into vaccine, help them protect themselves against Russian cyber attacks. And I think they also hope that by putting this sort of stuff out there, it can have a deterrent effect on Russia. The other story, though, that they've put out there today, coinciding, is the suggestion that Russia interfered in the general election by, if not actually stealing the US-UK trade document, which did make quite a splash in that general election, then they feel pretty confident plonking it in the middle of the general election, drawing attention to it, making sure that it surfaced. Now,
no, they didn't. The Podesta files and the rest of it were a pack of lies. What's he doing? It was all proven to be lies. That the Russians, for a start off, had no influence and no presence in the US elections. These dirty blackguards hate Trump, will never give him an inch, because he speaks the truth. For once in the US and in the world, there is a man who speaks the truth. Donald Trump. And these, I could swear, these buggers hate him. What he has just said, he knows to be a damn lie. But oh no, they will run with it. Now, this point about the Russians. Cyber activity. What a load of codswallop. Do you know, they blame Russia. Or rather, they make out Russia to still be the enemy. Why should Russia Putin and his oligarchs follow the coronavirus fallacy, because they don't. There was a debate with Putin and the rest about whether or not they were going to adopt, all right, this story. And it came out that they wouldn't. And there were citizens, I'll try and find that piece, of citizens just laughing and joking, and one actually got the gas mask. He got a gas mask. He said, when I get going, he said, if they adopt it, oh well, that's what he said. He said, if they adopt this fakery, I got my gas mask. Now, there were some people in Russia who've been silly, totally stupid, silly, in putting masks on. But that does not account for the mass of the population. These are the few that don't know any different. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when we live in prosperity and we've got material things to hand, everything becomes cheap. Now, in Russia and in other countries where they've not adopted this fake story, it is because they're basically on the backsides. They've always been for years. I believe there's one country that was it Belarus? It's one of the ex-Soviet satellites where the politicians ransacked the country and left the people in poverty, and the people have gone for this fake story. But that's the exception. Now the thing is with Russia, why would they want to steal something that they don't even believe in? And you tell me something else. This so-called vaccine, alright, how can it be created? Because nobody actually is steadfast as to what COVID, or Halo, if you like to come to the other one, the symptoms are. They've put out the same symptoms as a cold. That's influenza, in fact. Now they're changing it. Did you notice the other day that they changed it? That there were these things also to be found in it? So if there were these things also to be found in it, the vaccine, if they were creating a vaccine, is useless. Because something else has just come along to add to it. The vaccine is a hype. And Bill Gates and the rest of them are liars. And it's all hyped. And I tell you something. That is very disturbing. Although the vaccine cannot possibly exist because the symptoms keep changing, okay? Now, even if some will say, oh well, they're still in the process of refining it. Well, refining what? If the symptoms are picking changing. Because you've refined it to this line, okay? And somebody's come along and said, oh, we've got this now to add. What the fuck? What? Oh, let's start again. We've got a pigging start again. Months of work down the pigging drain. And then start again, going along the pigging line. Oh yeah, we got that. Tick that off, tick that off, tick. Yeah. What? You got some more symptoms. When is this going to end? But there is this frightening, disturbing thing about this. That although they can't have a virus for a fake plague, or pandemic as they call it, it's the same thing. Pandemic is the secular term for the sacred term plague. Okay. Not only does that not exist, and government tell us it does not exist, all right, I'll come to that in a moment. So you can't have a government saying that is paying for this virus cure, can't be saying that. Because the government knows it doesn't exist, so they're not going to hand over money for something that doesn't exist. But if they've handed over money, if somebody can prove that they've handed money over, and don't refer to the media because they're a pack of lies. Don't refer to the government, they're a pack of lies. Okay? If somebody can show me the documentation where they've handed £1 billion over for the vaccine, then we have to look at it this way. What's the vaccine for? MMR? Is this the back way to killing our children? Is it? Eh? And for GlaxoSmithKline and the rest of them? To try and recoup the money that they've lost in research over a triple vaccine that has damaged children, and the report bringing out damaged children. Therefore parents have gone, no, we're not having any of that, we're not having that. And my child's not going to suffer from autism. Is this the back door? Is this really the same thing, the same jabs, under a different name? Because they've got batches of this buggering stuff. They've got millions and millions of pounds worth of this stuff to get rid of. And this is a possibility that this is what they're doing behind the scenes. You know, Ezekiel's wheels within wheels, providence in his case. These are the wheels of industry behind Parliament, the industry of deceit and lies. I'll come back in a moment, just do 2 parts in this, and let's have a look to see what else this smiling person has to say.